Hello everyone. Today we will be playing cheese
or no cheese.
French selection. So in this game I will present Petra and Ashley with a French word or a combination of words, of nouns, and they have to guess if this is a cheese or not a cheese. Right, are you ready?
Yes. I think so.
Okay. Tête de moine. Tête de moine. Do you think that is a cheese or not a cheese?
I think it is a cheese.
I think it's not a cheese.
Ooh, mixed answers. Mixed answers. A bit of French controversy from the start is good. Okay. So one of you,
Me too.
Surprise, surprise, one of you is correct.
Whoa. The suspense is killing us, Emma.
It is a cheese, and I will explain to you what it is. So it's an alpine cheese that comes from the region of Le Jura. It also is actually made in Switzerland, so I guess some people might claim it's Swiss cheese. And there's some kind of belief that Napoleon actually was making a joke out of monks, because tête de moine means monk's head, and talking about sort of what they were wearing on their heads. So like, yeah. So there's this idea that maybe that was a possibility, that's why it's called that. The other interpretation, or the other theory behind the name, because it's a very old sort of a medieval cheese that would have already been around in medieval times, and the other theory is that it would have gained the name from the fact that farmers would have to keep some portions of food for the monks, and they would count the portions by saying this is for one head, so for one person per head. So this is cheese, a cheese per head kind of thing. So
interesting.
The one. Here you go. This is one for you. There you go.
I think that's more realistic. That version, yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Looking at Napoleon, but it could also be possible. But the second one makes also a lot of sense.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd also like to believe that might be the explanation. It's a slightly nicer explanation. All right, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Pont d'Avignon. Cheese or no cheese?
So Avignon, that's a city, right?
Can you say again? Pont d'Avignon.
I think it's not a cheese.
Me too.
All right, you are both correct. So it's actually a famous bridge in the region of Avignon, but the reason I sort of gave you this option is that there are a lot of cheeses that are referring to physical locations, regions, but also to things like bridges. So that's
bridges. Okay, I'm excited to find a cheese coming up in your selection that's named after a bridge.
You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cabecou. Cheese or no cheese?
Can you say that again?
Cabecou.
I have no idea.
I think it is a cheese.
All right, mixed opinions again. I like it.
I feel like I'm just going not cheese each time.
Well,
it works
occasionally
sometimes.
you'll go, yeah, exactly. My answer. So Cabecou is in fact a cheese. It's one of my favourite cheeses, I would say. It's a soft goat cheese, which comes from the area of the Massif Central, Midi-Pyrénées, so the sort of centre south of France. Yeah. The mountainous areas, kind of, where there would have been volcanoes in the past. And I quite like this one because the origin of the word, it comes from, so Cabecou can be separated in two parts. It's Cabé comes from cabre, which is goat in Occitan, which is a French dialect from South France. And cou means small, so it's like something from a small goat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm not doing well, but I just thought it was too obvious to go cheese, no cheese, cheese.
Yes, but also so this one, Québécois, it doesn't sound like a French word, but it's because, and there are a few like this, and it's just because they come from regions of France that are based on dialects. So, all right, the next one.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Sauterelle, cheese or no cheese? Dun, 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 dun.
I don't think it is.
And again, one of you is correct.
I think it's Petra again.
And Petra's on a roll.
This sounds like, I don't know, like a kitchen equipment or a piece of clothing. I don't know why.
I was going to say
Like
close,
an object.
but not really close.
Not really.
It's a grasshopper. All right.
Okay. So you really are doing
Cheese, no cheese,
Cheese,
no
cheese,
cheese.
cheese. I mean, it might not be always in that order. You have to
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out when I
have
go
to
for the
find
wrong
out.
one again.
Exactly. All right. Bleu d'Auvergne. Is that a cheese or
Yes.
not cheese?
Yeah,
that is a
Are you
cheese.
basing it on this theory that you?
No, bleu means blue, right? It's a blue
I think it's blue
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, you are right. It is a blue.
Yeah.
It's a French blue cheese, which is named for its place of origin, which is from the region of Auvergne,
I love blue
which
cheese.
is from in the south of France. And it's very good.
So the next one's going to be no cheese.
So this one is Dauphin. Cheese or no cheese?
Can you say that again?
Dauphin.
Dauphin. Is that two?
I was thinking like, isn't it deux?
Deux is
Deux
two.
is two.
Wow.
I'll go with cheese. Just to see if we break the pattern.
So you know what? For this one, I'm going to have to say that both of you are correct in different ways. So technically, Dauphin means a dolphin,
Oh.
but it's also the name of a French cheese,
Here, have some dolphin.
which is actually another cheese in the shape of a dolphin.
That's very
Um,
specific.
But
Yeah.
normally, so they make it more into sort of rectangular shapes, but sometimes you have them that look
Like a dolphin.
kind of like a dolphin. That's why they call them dolphins. But the cheese is actually a maroilles. I don't know if you've heard about it before, which is made from cow's milk cheese, and it comes from the region of Picardie and Nord-Pas-de-Calais, so the north of France. And Maroilles is the name of a village where the cheese was made. So there's a very important abbey in Maroilles, and they would the monks from the abbey, they would buy the cheese from the farmers, and they would mature it in the abbey and then sell it. So that's why it's called Maroilles. And Dauphin is just Maroilles made into the shape
Of a dolphin.
Okay.
There you go. Next one, Aqueduct. Cheese or no cheese?
Not a cheese.
A cheese.
Okay.
That's aqueduct, right?
It is Aqueduct.
There might be an aqueduct cheese.
There could have been.
There could have been.
There could be the Aqueduct cheese. And you know, if someone knows of Aqueduct cheese, please let us know, because there might be. But yes, no, it's just an Aqueduct.
So it's not following the pattern.
All right. Next one, Canal du Midi. Cheese or no cheese?
So that's a,
please.
Yes. Canal du Midi.
so that's a channel or like a canal.
Canal.
But that could be like.
It could be.
Oh,
She said about
cheese.
the bridge.
Yeah.
It's
So
structures.
I will go with cheese.
I'll go with cheese as well.
Oh, you were so close actually, because you first went with no cheese.
Yeah, I went with
It's
no
actually
cheese first.
not a cheese. I tricked you on this one. It is just a canal. It's the longest, well, it's a very long canal of 240 kilometers long, and it's considered one of the greatest constructions of the 17th century in France. Alright, the last one. Roquefort. Cheese or no cheese?
Cheese.
Yay!
We
You
do know
this
that
one. Roquefort comes from Aveyron, and it's sheep. It's made from sheep milk. And the story behind this I quite like, and maybe goes with the whole stereotype of French people to some extent. So this was a farmer, and he went on a little walk, and he went into his cave, and he had a bag with him with cheese and bread, and he left it in the cave. It's just he forgot his bag. And when he went back for it, he looked into his bag, and his bread had gone mouldy. And guess what happened to the cheese? It had also gone mouldy. And then he decided to still try it, and that's the legend of the discovery of this great cheese, that if you mature it, it actually tastes good. You can still eat it. And the name Roquefort comes from Rouergue, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Rouergue, which is also from the language of Occitan, so the dialect, which is referring to the region of Le Rouergue, also a French word, the same French. But I also, this is my personal interpretation of it, but roc also can come from roche, which means stone.
Okay.
And fort means strong. So every time when I think about Roquefort, I just think about it being quite rocky, and it does look a bit like rock. And it's got a strong smell, a strong taste. I think the name of it fits perfectly.
I just know it because that was the name of the mouse in the Aristocats.
Ah, well, there you go.
Merci d'avoir regardé notre vidéo. Nous espérons que cela vous ait plu.
Si c'est le cas, pensez à liker, commenter et à partager la vidéo avec votre famille et vos amis.
Vous souhaitez en voir davantage? Allez jeter un coup d'œil à notre playlist.
N'oubliez pas de vous abonner à notre chaîne et à cliquer sur la petite cloche pour recevoir des notifications de nos vidéos à venir.